Okay, next time,
Okay.
it's under Tech Thursday and not the,
1 second. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. So I think what happened was you started the meeting under like Keller Williams Seattle or North Seattle meeting room because we had a couple people in there, and then when you started it, it kicked us all out.
So sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna try and reach out to those people and let them know to re-enter the Zoom.
It looks like people are coming in.
Oh, awesome, perfect. And then, Avelina, can you make me a co-host?
Yes. Hold on. 1 second.
Sorry about that, you guys. You know, it's not Tech Thursday if we don't have technical issues. So
You beat me to that joke.
yeah, that is our ongoing joke, let me tell you.
Co-host. It's wanting just to make you the host.
That's okay, just make me the host and then I will make you the co-host so you can share your screen.
Beautiful. Happy Thursday, everyone. Here we are.
Just
Happy
a second,
Thursday.
I'm gonna actually log into, I'm gonna give host abilities back to you, and then I'm gonna log in from my personal.
Okay.
And then you should be able to, since we're the same, you should be able to give me co-host. Where's my mouse?
Everybody excited to learn about some designs today? Command is awesome. You do so much, so many wonderful things in Command. So it's very exciting. Sarah, do you think I should just start going, or?
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm gonna press record now and then you can get going. And then once I get on, can you just let me in and then make me co-host?
Sounds good. Okay, so you guys should all be seeing the screen, the login screen. So we always start at agent.kw.com, which is how you log into Command. If you're new to Command, agent.kw.com is something you're going to want to remember. So then I'm going to sign in. So this is going to bring you to the general page. And the first thing that we're actually going to do, how many of you are like brand new agents? Anyone? You? Yes. Oh, I saw your welcome post. So welcome.
Thank you.
So the first thing that you're going to want to do actually before we even get started in design is you're going to want to go up to yourself. So here I am, and you're going to want to hit the little arrow and you're wanting to go to settings. What we're going to want to do is set up our marketing profile so that anything that you do, you just have that set up and you can add a picture of yourself. That way it makes it super easy. So, and then under settings, you're going to go to marketing profile. You're going to click on that. So right here, you can see you can upload a photo of yourself. So I don't have a photo uploaded of myself, but if I wanted to do so, it's really easy. You hit upload. It's going to give you options to upload photos on here so that you can have a photo of yourself prepared and ready to go when you're making designs. Also, if you have a team logo or brand logo for yourself, this is a really important thing you're going to want to upload because this is what you're going to want to put on all your designs and marketing and all of that. And then it will usually pre-fill your name and your team or like just your market center information. And then you can put a little bio here for yourself. It's just an important thing to come here. And then you are going to also, hold on, I have to let Sierra in real quick, but it will automatically have your market center and brokerage logo, which is really nice. That way you don't have to worry about putting that in when you are So you don't have to worry about putting that in. That's going to be automatically in here. And then you should always put your legal footer, which is going to be each office is independently. Oh, you should spell independently correctly, owned and operated. So you're going to want to have that in there. And then you can put the equal housing opportunity logo in there just to be safe and compliant. You don't have to do that, but it's a recommended thing. So once you set that up, the first thing that you're going to do is come to design. So each one of these little figure pictures correlates to these things. And if you click on the KW here, it will give you the actual name, not just the picture. So I'm going to click on designs here. And this is going to take me into the library of designs that I already have. So you can see I like to play around here in designs. I have a lot of different ones. So that's really cool. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and go and see what designs Keller Williams already has pre-made for us. So we're going to go create design. And we're going to start with a social media post, which is, so there's emails, which I don't think we're going to do much of today because it's not really a designs type of thing, but we'll get into that more in campaigns and stuff. That becomes important if you're doing smart plans and stuff like that. But the first thing we're going to do is do a social post. So I'm going to hit continue. And that's going to take you to the WeBrand. So WeBrand is basically where the place that all the templates and different designs that you might be interested in are located. So let's start with, we can just look at the new designs that they have in here. So the new designs are typically like holiday graphics for your social media. They have various sizes for like just an Instagram post versus like a story. They have one here for Labor Day. So like this past week, this is something that you can post on your social media that's pre-made. And so all you have to do is hit use, and then it will pull it up in WeBrand, and then you can customize it. So generally with these type of graphics, it's really easy to just come in here and go, okay, I want to post this on my social media account. What do I have to do to make it my own? So generally what I do if I'm going to post this on like our company Instagram is I'm going to come here. You're going to want to change out the logo that they put in there because it just says DBA, but you're going to want it like if you're in the North Seattle office or you're up in Bellevue or wherever you are, you're definitely not going to want to have the DBA name. You're going to want to put in your own. So I'm with the Tacoma office. So I would come in here and go, okay, I see this. They use an all white one. So I will just go with that. So what you do is you're going to click on this logo, then you're going to hit this circle and it's going to replace it for you. That is like the best thing to know about designs is click on what you want to replace, you hit the circle, and then it replaces it. So super easy and wonderful. That is super awesome. So then you could save this and then you can actually just download it from here. If you're looking to post on Instagram or Facebook or something, I recommend the PNG and not like a PDF because that's going to get you the best graphic. So you're just going to download that and then I'll download it onto your computer. Super easy, and then you can post away. So that's kind of just a general like holiday graphic. They have a bunch pre-made, which is really nice, so you don't have to worry about it, but you can actually customize it, you can change the colors, so on and so forth. Another really important graphic that I think is for listings. So they have a bunch of, like, if you come in here and you hit the drop down arrow, you can find a bunch.
Contact here is Virginia Everett.
Is in our office, I'm sure in her office. Yeah, perfect. So hold on one second here. welcome to the office. Kind of crazy. Like another really, so a lot of people will make stuff for like an open house. Like open house flyers are honestly one of the most popular items that I help people with, just because generally speaking, you want to get it done in 5 minutes. You want to make it super easy for yourself because you just want to be able to have a flyer for the open house that you are hosting, that gets your information out there, but you're not spending a ton of time on because you have other more important things to be doing than that. So if you were hosting an open house, you could come in here, you say use, which is, you're just like, okay, this is the one I want. You can change it, doesn't have to be this one. So if I came in here, the best part about another great thing about designs is that you're actually just able to come in here. If you go to KWLS, you can pull up the listing. So that will pull up pictures. So let's say, I'm just going to type in over here. And usually I will. So you know, when you're doing the open house, you'll know the MLS number and you can select that house and it's going to pull up all the pictures of that listing. So you don't even have to download them. You can just come in here, go to KWLS, and then actually I think you can also type in the address. You don't actually have to know the number. So if you knew the address, so you could just search by listing address and you could just put in the address of the house, and it will pull that up. And then it has all the pictures and information and details on the house preloaded, which makes life really easy. And again, what you're gonna do is when you want to replace that, the image of that house, I can pull up an actual listing that I have permission to use. Hold on one second, bear with me. But you can just come in here, create an open house flyer in like 5 minutes, because you don't have to spend a ton of time on these because they're pre-made, and then it has everything that you're gonna need already in here. So let me pull up the listing that I have permission to use. So this house is for sale. And so if I wanted to make an open house flyer for it, I'm going to click on this image, hit this replace image, and it's going to pre-put everything there. So I like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like this. And then you can come in here. So it's not just pictures that it preloads. It also has all the listing details. So it's going to have the address. The one thing that is a bummer is it doesn't like group them all together. Like you can see here, it like has like spacious backyard and stuff like that. You should put that information in yourself, because the listing details, it's not going to have that preloaded. Like it will have like garage attached, but it's not going to have like a bullet point list. So that's the only thing. But that's why it's important that you set up your marketing profile so that you have your picture and stuff in here already. So you can see here that there's already a template picture of a person. So if you go into images, it's going to have the KW logo. And then if you upload your photo, it's going to have you, which you're going to want to put yourself on there. So I would click on this photo and I'm going to hit the beautiful circle that replaces all the images. And so you're going to want to put in your information, the information for the open house. And again, like to find the details of it, you don't actually have to go into the NWMLS. You go, okay, so I need to know that it's a 4-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, and then you can see the square footage and listing price are all in here, which is important information to put on your open house flyer. So those are very popular design. That's a very popular item in Command. And I would recommend when you download this, you download it as a PDF so that you can print it. You don't, you can order prints, but generally speaking, people just download it and print it from their office. It's super easy to do. Your ASC will be happy to help you do that if you're not already set up on the printers. So then you can save this for later. So if you find an open house template that you really like, that you want to use all the time, you could save it and then go back in and edit and just replace the information as that changes. So that, as you can see, there's just a lot of different designs and stuff for listings. Another important thing that people tend to use is a listing presentation. They have some pre-made listing presentations, which are great if you're going on a listing appointment. You're going to want to generally take a listing presentation and information with you. So you can come in here and let's say it's a modern house. Maybe, I don't know, you find that this one calls to you. You're going to go in here. Listing presentations, the thing I find with these ones is you're going to want to generally add more information, need to add more information in here. You can see that there are 29 pages for this one, but you're going to have to, these are ones that you have to spend a little bit more time on because you're going to need to customize it for the house. But it's really great. It works the same way as everything else. You just replace pictures. You can change the color of things. So let's say that you have a blue logo and you want your branding to be blue. You can come in here and go, okay, that's the color blue. Let me apply that. So you can change the color of things. They're templates, but they are customizable for you and your branding, which is super awesome. And again, you're just going to want to, I think, and it's really important that when you're coming in here and making these, that you make sure that you're replacing the template information with your information. Just make sure you're being thorough about that because you want to make sure it's not just some random person's picture in here. Good stuff to do. Does anyone have any questions so far? Anyone has any questions on how something works or anything like that?
So once this is made, is you post this on a Facebook event? Is that right?
So this one I would recommend, this is something you'd print out and usually take with you to a listing appointment.
Oh,
This particular one, but yeah, you can download these and post them on your social media. This particular one is something that you usually take with you to a listing appointment to tell them what you think about their house and the value and your value and all those fun things. But it's just a template that they have. You can see in here, it has a neighborhood information. And so this one is less so that you'd post on social media, but this is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were doing a social post a minute ago.
Oh, I'm just moving along.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this one is more of a listing presentation that you'd take with you. That's the great thing about Command is it just has a very large variety of items. So this would not be something, but you could post it theoretically if you really liked it. People will share their listing presentations all the time to each other, but it's just, it's just something in here. But we'll go back to, there's just lots of options. So open house graphics though, people do post online a lot just because they want to advertise that they're having an open house and it's a good way to get that out to people before your open house. So
sorry, yeah, I had to answer an email while you moved along and I thought we were still on.
I know it's hard when you're working and get distracted, so I totally get it. Yes, so that is the listing presentation. These are just really people, if you have a listing coming on the market, I mean, you really have everything in here. Like there's such a large variety of things, like a just listed graphic. A lot of people like on their Instagram will post the just sold and for sale graphics, and that's all in here. And like I said before, the really nice thing is you can customize these and change the color, change the font. You're not set in stone on anything. It's just more of like templates that are very usable. And people post pending posts. So that's more of like the listing side of things. And then if you come down here even further, we have more like Instagram and social media type of stuff. Like we have client testimonials, which are really cool. So you can come in here and you go, okay, I want to make a social media post about my client wrote this wonderful review about me. It, you know, it's a great way to advertise yourself. And again, you'll just come in here, replace the logo, and you can see here it has each office is independently owned and operated. Very important thing to put on anything that you're gonna have in print advertising, and it's just safe to have in general. You can just, you know, it's very customizable again. So I can change this color to green. If I fun color here. Oh, here we go. See, post change. Oh, and then the other great thing is if you do a change that you don't like, you can just hit the undo arrow. So that is just really nice. But you're not set in stone. And what is also very cool is that if we go back so they have email signatures that you can set up, especially if you're a new agent. This is really helpful. If you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. They have pre-made, so email signatures. So I could come in here, put my name, make this bigger.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm in my command right now looking at the lead generation, and I'm not seeing the option for client testimonials. I just see like client love, event invitations, etc.
Go back. Okay. Let me go back.
Yeah, I don't
You
have
don't
client,
have that. Huh.
no, or expert advice or inspiration.
And you went through commands like you usually do.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm right where you are. Everything looks the same, except I don't have those options.
Oh, okay. Well, we can reach out to Scott Leroy and see if there's a reason. I've never ran into that, but I'm sure Sierra, I don't know, she appears to be talking to someone, but but I've never had that happen. But we can find out why you don't have the same options. I imagine that you should have the same options.
Okay.
And is this in the like lead generation part, or is it just the leadership part that you don't have the same options?
The lead generation.
So far what I've noticed as she's been going through is just the lead generation.
Okay. I'll look into that for you, Kayla.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, because that would be nice to have. Because when your
Yeah.
clients say nice things about you, you'll want to post about it. So yeah, so there's just so we'll figure that out because you should have those and they're standard. There's no reason that I would have it and you wouldn't. But there are just a lot of, if you're having an event, really cool thing that a lot of agents do is a pie giveaway during the holidays. So they actually, Keller Williams has pre-made graphics for that too. But I definitely recommend coming in here and making an email signature because they're just very professional looking, and a good thing to just put into your email because you know you're going to email clients with documents and all those fun things. The leadership one is not as, don't worry about that because that is just random that I have. And then so that is most of those. And if you have any particular questions about any of these categories, let me know. I can try to help you answer them. But I can actually show you how, if you have like a graphic that you already have
What's that?
that you want to, oh goodness, to upload. Usually sometimes I have to go back through, like to get back to actual command. I think sometimes it's just easier just go back to agent.kw.com, because when you're in designs, it just will take you back. It'll take you to WeBrand, which is not designs. It's like, it's not, it is command, but it takes you to a different site. So sometimes it's tricky to get back to command. So sometimes it's just easier, just go agent.kw.com. Another cool thing that you can do in designs is you can import a design. So our offices a lot of the times use Canva as something as like to make designs and graphics. But let's say that, you know, I'm wanting to do a campaign in command. I can come in to my downloads of a graphic that let's say this particular one I downloaded this morning is from our office. So you can drag a graphic into command. It does have to be a PDF. Fun fact. It has to be a PDF. So when you put it in here, oh no, definitely do it better than I just did. So I'm gonna go to my downloads, upload a PDF, and it's uploading right now. So that may, in command, once I upload a graphic from somewhere else, as long as it's a PDF, you can actually edit it. So you have to give it a minute to load. It takes some time and it will upload. Okay, so I've uploaded this graphic that we made, that I made in Canva. Hold on. So if I click on it, now I can edit it in here. So I can go, okay, actually, we want to call this Tacoma sales meeting. And so I can come in here and actually make changes. It's a little click happy, as most things are. Oh, I probably shouldn't have a meeting, double meeting in there. And so it's just like a lot of things. I mean, sometimes you have to kind of move things around, change the font, make it smaller so that it fits your graphic. And, you know, even when you're changing templates, so I can make this a different color, green, for money, I guess, for helping people make money. And then I can change the pictures. You can come in here and be like, okay, this is kind of boring. I want to add a shape. So you can add a circle, which you could put people's pictures on top of. And in you can just move things around. So this was a PDF. So if I just downloaded this regularly, I wouldn't be able to make those edits. But in command, you can upload your own graphics and then go ahead and make those changes to them. Super, super awesome. Should we see graphic on the, okay, so someone has a question. So I don't know what you mean about landing page.
Hi there. So when you go into command and you go under designs, when you first did that, that page populated with a bunch of graphics. Should we all be seeing that as well?
Oh, those are all my saved
Okay.
designs. So like ones that you make should be there.
Okay.
If you haven't made any designs, you won't have them. I also have a terrible habit. Like if I go, okay, I want to save this, then it should then be on that page. And then when it takes me to my designs in here, you can also look at all your designs under my designs in WeBrand. But generally speaking, yes, you'll see any design you've made, but you won't see any of the templates.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, So that, like you can see, there's just like all these designs that I've played with, have done. Does anyone want to see any particular template or anything anyone has any interest in? Or wanting to know like what you would use or what people tend to use for a certain circumstance? I don't know if any of you are interested in door knocking, but some people are. You have to take a buddy with you if you're door knocking, because I tend to think safety first. I think the neighborhood snaps are really great things to use for door knocking. If you're gonna go to an area, you can come in here and like if you were gonna go, you decide that in your neighborhood you want to go around and talk to people and have some conversations, maybe get some leads. I think like the neighborhood snapshot is a great idea to use for that, and just a really cool idea. And then like, so this is something I know people in my office have used for door knocking, so you would want to update this for your neighborhood. So like I live in North Tacoma. And if you have any questions on what the neighborhoods are, you can see that under listing tab in Command. You can kind of play around and look and see what neighborhoods are what neighborhoods, but people tend to, if you're door knocking your own neighborhood, you tend to have a good idea. And definitely do some research on like what the average home price is, that type of stuff, so that when you're door knocking, that's customized. And you can do that in the NWMLS. They have it's a great resource for figuring out what the average sales price is, how many are pending, and all that good stuff. So I definitely recommend that. Another cool thing you can do in here is you can set up pre-made like text stuff. So there, if you come in here, it's like it'll have like your information. So like your bio is already preloaded. Like let's say you're door knocking and you think that's really important to have, so you could figure out a way to make this font. You would want to make this font bigger and maybe edit it a little bit. But you could put your bio on here instead of this picture. I mean, try not to make it too word heavy, just because, but you can put like why choose me as your agent and a photo of yourself if you're gonna go knock on some doors. Not suggesting that you should do this, that's an idea. And then so those are like,
I have a quick question. So that obviously, what's the best way to get that map picture of whatever neighborhood we're
right? So
talking
that's a great question. I recommend, so you can come in here and go snapshot. So
Okay.
I think I live in North Tacoma.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But you can come in here and go, okay, Tacoma Narrows. And it's gonna load, it takes a minute.
Another way also to just even figure out your neighborhood is if you
Right.
go into contacts and you add yourself as a contact, add in your address, and then if you go into the actual contact, you'll be able to see what your actual neighborhood is and like the surrounding neighborhoods, just in case maybe you're on a line where, for me, I'm downtown Renton, but I'm very close to, Skyway too. So I obviously am choosing the downtown Renton, but that's just another way that you can at least see what your neighborhood is called and then come back to designs and actually get the snapshot.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And it already like has the average listing price on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I
Okay.
recommend verifying this with the NWMLS, but just,
Yeah.
it's a good thing to, so it's really easy. You're not spending a ton of time.
'Cause
And-
since the MLS just came out with their August numbers yesterday, like, does it take a while for Command to update?
Command's actually pretty fast because where it's getting this information is the KWLS, which is like Keller Williams version of NWMLS. So it takes all that information from the different listing services. It does have a lag time, but generally speaking, I think it's relatively correct. Just, it's always good to verify that just in case.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So really cool thing. It just makes it super easy. Remember to replace your logos. And again, you can see very small print in this corner. It says each office is independently owned and operated. I'd probably put your picture on this if I had my picture actually uploaded. I'd probably, oh, and just to add a picture, you can hit the plus, use image, and it's probably on the back of this somewhere. Sometimes that will happen. You'll find that a picture will just be behind everything. So if that happens, just play around with it until it, oh, don't do that. But yeah, so it's generally, and maybe it's just because I have a, but really great thing to use. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys is you can make videos, well, a video in Command. So I'll go back to agent.kw.com, go back through designs, and we're gonna go create design. So you can make, oh, and then if you click this box before you even start your design, it will ask you for listing information. That way it will preload, but you can just go to the KWLS. But let's say I want to make a video that I'm going to post on my Facebook page. This is again going to be like a neighborhood video. So I'm going to use Tacoma Narrows again. I'm going to hit next. So this is where you could come in here and customize it. Let's say you found out that it's actually slightly higher in the NWMLS. I'm going to say it's $400,000 on the rise. Our home prices, and it's going to have all this information. And then, so you can add neighborhood features. So it's auto-filled with athleisure, daytime leisure, fashion, trending. I'm not sure what that really means, but you can only apparently add 3. So let's say I got rid of fashion, whatever that was, and then I changed it to coffee culture because we live in the PNW. So sure, coffee is very important to people. So you can put your license number in here, your brokerage license number, and then each office is independently owned and operated is already there. So yay. And it's going to generate a little video about this neighborhood and the things that are great about it. So we'll give it a few seconds. One thing to note about this is once you've made the video, you can't edit it. So if you don't like it or you want to change what's cool about the neighborhood, just delete it and then make a new one. So let's see if it will play. So I'll play this little video. And it's pre-made, so no. But it just has little facts about the neighborhood. Whole 18 days on the market. Ooh. Yeah, and so then at the end it advertises your information. So if that's something you're interested in, it is there for you. But again, if you want to change it, you don't like the video, you can just delete it and change like the things that people are saying about the neighborhood. So does anyone have any more questions or anything that I can help you answer?
Can you go back? I'm so sorry
No,
to
you're fine.
that my last question about the finding the neighborhood picture. I have already I'm kind of playing around on myself and I'm looking to see what's the first button I click to get to the neighborhoods.
Let's go back to neighborhood snaps because this is just an easy one. So, and you're going to go to KWLS, so right here. And then instead of listing, you're going to go to snapshots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're going to type in the neighborhood and then it will pull up all that information. So really cool. And you can do that at the beginning of the month too. And you could send it, you know, be purposeful about who you're sending it to and your contacts in your sphere. Because it's cool information. People love to know the value of their home.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else? Anything that anything else anyone wants to hear about? No. Well, anyways, thank you all for joining me. And Sierra, it's been really fun. Command is super great. I recommend playing around with it until you find like what really works for you, and then just repeat, reuse, and make your life easy.
I am going to put the Tech Thursday YouTube channel link in the chat right now, so that if you guys, we've got other designs classes that have been taught previously that may give you a little bit more insight. So I recommend going and taking a look at that if you're going to continue to play around in there. And there's also other classes as well, you know, contacts, smart plans, and just, you know, getting ahead of the curve. But of course, you're always welcome to just, you know, watch the class live and get the information that way.
Yeah.
Jennifer. All right, so I just put that in the chat. And just a heads up, that is case sensitive. So, I mean, not the B, but after the slash is the T, and the T's and the C do need to be capitalized. But yeah, thank you so much for teaching us about designs today, Avelina. That you did an amazing job, and we're lucky that we got to learn from you today.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, have a great
happy
Thursday.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
How do I end this?